Let me know once we are live.
Yeah. Yes, we can start.
Yes, okay. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Startup Talk by Arjun Deshpande. And today we have with us the youngest entrepreneur of our country, one of the youngest entrepreneur for the world, and with respect to pharmaceuticals, which we are connected with our own profession. And today is 1st of May, Maharashtra Day, and we thought that what kind of inspiration which we can have, where we can have the youngest entrepreneur with us to inspire all of us, to inspire the students, to inspire the next gen innovators, so that they could start their own startups, so that they could take a path of entrepreneurship. And here we have this startup talk by Arjun Deshpande, who is the founder of Generic Adhar. And before I start this session, before I start the introduction, I would like to thank all our institutional partners, right from Shivaji University, Kolhapur Lead College Scheme, Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Pharmacy, Kolhapur, then Chhattisgarh Society for Pharmaceutical Sciences, Sri Adi Chunchanagiri University, Bangalore, Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Scale Businesses, Mumbai, then Sri Aurobindo Institute of Pharmacy, IIC Cell, Indore, and last, Chalapati Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences,Endre Startup Center, Andhra Pradesh. So as a part of OPEC Startup Accelerator, as a part of Civic Business Incubator, we have taken this initiative to influence, to inspire, to motivate the students to find the pathway, to find the potential of having a startups. And here we have today with us Arjun Deshpande. So before I introduce to this particular program, I just take you through the objective behind this startup talk. So when we see some of the interesting facts and figures and even the statistics, about 60% of Indians today, they cannot afford to buy their daily medicines. And that is the reason which, basically because of these high prices, which are absolutely unnecessary in the Indian pharmaceutical market. So about 85 to 90% of these medicines in this market are generic, and the customers has to pay for high cost of these generics because they are marketed, they are branded, and which results in high incurred cost of marketing and promotional activities. So with this, a person, a boy who was 16-year-old, and he started by a sole mission of how he can make medicines available to every Indian. And this is then entrepreneur who set his eyes on the pharma industry, and he is none other than today's entrepreneur speaker, Mr. Arjun Deshpande. So Mr. Arjun Deshpande is one of the youngest entrepreneur across the globe. He started his company Generic Aadhaar at the age of 16, when he came across real problems which are faced by the end of the customer in the consumption of daily medicine. He is passionate, he is dynamic, and extremely ambitious. Just in his teens, he has disrupted the age old pharma industry for benefit for every Indian, and then has led to the success of Generic Aadhaar. Moreover to this, Arjun Deshpande was in the news since Ratan Tata sir decided to invest in his startup Generic Adhar, though it was a small token investment, but the fact that it attracted the attention by of Mr. Ratan Tata sir. So this is itself is a noteworthy. This venture seeks to provide quality generic medicines from pharma manufacturers at a much lesser cost and increase accessibility to medicines across the country. So with this vision, with this mission, Arjun has started his journey when he was at the age of 16. We even wonder, probably majority of our audience, you are right now at the age of somewhere around 19, 20 or 21, and you might get this particular influence from Arjun, that what we were doing at the age of 16. So that's the question which we need to ask. So the idea is, once you have a vision, once you have a mission, then all these things which relate with accomplishing your mission, it automatically happens once you choose a journey of entrepreneurship. So without wasting much time, I now invite today's guest of honor, Dr. H.N. Moresar, who is a principal at Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Pharmacy and BOS chairman for Shivaji University, Kolhapur. I invite Dr. H.N. Moresar to share his keynote address on this note. This will be according to this startup talk by Arjun Deshpande sir. More sir.
Thank you, Sachin. Am I audible? Hello. Okay. Thank you, Sachin. And good morning to one and all. Today's speaker and the founder of the Generic Adhar, Mr. Arjun Deshpande, our proud alumni, Sachin Kumbhoje, and the co-partners of this today's startup talk, today, Arjun Deshpande, for the really, who is the co-founder for the Generic Adhar, the India's first and the youngest co-founder for the startup. It's very important to note here that, as you know, the today's pandemic, this COVID-19 pandemic situation, the whole world has stuck up. And the only thing is that the most importantly, the 24/7 working is in the pharma sector. And as we look the as a country, India as a country, and the population means we are second in population, means next to China, having population around 143 million. And definitely in this COVID pandemic situation, medicines, as you know, are the life-saving, and they become a basic necessity next to food. And this COVID-19 pandemic has realized the importance of this again, the medicines. And if you see the population and if you see the demand and supply of the medicines, and as you know that there is no second quality medicine, so it's as a being the pharma professionals our responsibility to provide the good quality medicines and at the same time the low cost medicines to the general public. And this generic medicines is the solution for this low cost medicines. I'm very happy that Mr. Arjun Deshpande he has started the Generic Aadhaar startup, and really it's very important social work that he is doing in this right time of COVID-19 pandemic. So my hearty congratulations on behalf of my organization and all pharma professionals to Mr. Arjun Deshpande for his noble work. So it's a very right time. Really, once again, big congratulations to you, Arjun Deshpande. And I also take opportunity to congratulate and thank all the participants today. Really, your enthusiastic participation in this particular today's talk is reflects that you are a sensible and responsible pharmacy professional. And definitely this talk, I will not much time, but definitely this talk with Mr. Deshpande will give you all of us really good take on board value, and everybody will take energy and the inspiration from this talk and will try to become start his own entrepreneurship. So I wish you all the best for this today's startup talk. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for contributing to our vision of inculcating the culture of the startup and entrepreneurship. Now, without wasting much time, I'll be now interacting with today's guest, today's entrepreneur speaker, Mr. Arjun Deshpande. So the first question which I come to my mind, Arjun, is I started my entrepreneurship career at the age of 32, which is, bit late. I had a few opportunities to, have continuous work in the industry. I was working in an industry, but later on somewhere I thought that no, this is not my cup of tea. And somewhere I should start something of my own. But what I feel is I'm too late. I'm too late to start my journey at the age of 32. exactly at half age 16 you started your journey. So what was your idea, what was your thought process at this age of 16, Arjun?
Thank you for having me here. So I would say over here that no one is too late or no one is too early, because each and every opportunity or each and every problem has its own time. Because when we do the things at a right time, when we saw a real problem in the society, that is the time when we have to start with our venture. So as we all know that entrepreneurship is all of us, entrepreneurship comes within. So when we
Right.
saw a large a big problem in the society, in my case as well, when I started my venture at my age of 16, so that time I saw a real problem for the Indian citizens or the senior citizens, we can say the pension holders. They were getting affordable medicines at very high price. Because when we say affordable price, our Indian manufacturers exports Indian manufacturing medicines to rest of the world at very affordable price. But our Indian people are not getting the same product at economical rate. So I thought, why this is a situation or why this is a scenario in our country, India. So I found out in India there are 2000 plus WHO GMP manufacturing facilities, and out of that only 100 companies, MNC companies, are putting the brand name and selling to the end consumer. So this 100
Right.
manufacturing facilities are doing contract manufacturing from the 2000 manufacturing facilities. So this 2000 are working each and every day for this top 100 companies, just only to white labeling the products. So I found out that for me, the purchase price will be from the same manufacturer, high quality manufacturer, of around 20 rupees. For the MNC company also it will be 20 rupees. But the MNC company, when they purchase the product at 20 rupees, they will sell at the end to the end consumer at around 400 or 500.
Right.
But at our case, I thought we will sell the same product at around 50 or 60 rupees. And but when I thought about this venture, there was a big question mark in front of me, that how can I reach to the masses? Because to
Hmm.
reach out every individual in pharma industry, as we all know, retail license are required, FDA, there are rules of selling the medicines across the nation. So I thought, as a young kid, there was a big problem, I wanted to solve that. But how? So that time I came across the single medical stores who are already present in each and every corner of our country, India. So there are 10 lakh plus medical stores, standalone pharmacies who are already present. So now they are facing a huge business competition from big medical malls, online pharmacies. They are on very bad stage. So I thought that time to take them under the brand of Generic Aadhaar, to give them a back support, to empower them. So
Right.
I started with our first retail franchisee. So when I convinced about my model, our model of Generic Aadhaar to him, he was really happy. He told me that if this is really successful in my store, definitely this can help number of retailers across the nation, because our Indian economy is dependent on the small retailers. To
Right.
make them Atmanirbhar is our mission, to empower them more. So we started with first store from my starting. So we solved the two major problems in the society, to reach out to the masses and to help the small retailers. So that was a start of a venture. So I will always say, if you have a right idea at a right time, you can definitely achieve a way big. Because as not only as a young at the young age, if we take an example of KFC founder also, he was not at a young age, but he
Right.
was very at the senior age. So you should be never thinking about your age, you should only think about your in front of you there should be a problem and a solution to it, so everything is possible.
Exactly, exactly. So I want to, take two of your points. Number one, which you spoke about, that's unless and until you solve customers' problem, unless and until you solve market need, cannot start or scale your startup. And this is what Generic Aadhaar has done by solving the precise needs of the market. And number two, timing is important. And even I want to, address all the audience that recently during one survey which was conducted at Silicon Valley, and the survey was amongst all the startup founders, all successful startup founders. When they asked what is the secret behind your successful startup, is it funding, is it your team, is it your product, is it the timing? And the answer was 43% of the startup founders they said, 43% of the startup founders they said timing. So timing is important, and this is the right time when you have came up with such kind of idea, which is not only influencing people, but also it is solving a real time problem of the market, of the customer. Now, moving ahead, even many of the audiences right now, they are from non-pharma background, and through you, I want to let them understand what is the difference between a branded medicine and a generic medicine. So can you just enlighten on this fact and figure about what is generic and what is branded medicine?
Sure. So as we all know, that in India, 90% of the medicines are generic. Okay. So what we say about generic is the salt name, the molecule name, active pharmaceutical ingredient name. Okay. So all the companies in India manufacture 90% medicines are generic, but due to the marketing gimmick across the nation, the branded companies put the brand name on the product and they sell at very expensive price to the consumer. If for an for everyone's practical knowledge, I would say that if you buy any of the branded products from the market, if you turn down the strip of the product, you will see manufactured by XYZ pharmaceutical company, who is a WHO GMP manufacturing facility, and marketed by any MNC company's name is written. So MNC companies also, most of them do not manufacture the products in their own manufacturing facilities. They also outsource the product. So this all is about the marketing gimmick, high price marketing gimmick. So that was the main reason from the day one, the biggest challenge at Generic Aadhaar was to make an awareness to the masses, and we have tackled that. So today we are making from a TEDx platform to different types of platforms, we are making awareness to the end consumer, senior citizens, that generic medicines are same as compared to branded medicines.
Branded
So
medicine.
most of us today are a pharmacist, and today many of the doctors are joining hands with Generic Aadhaar as a franchisee. I would say, I always give example that any of the pharmacist or doctor have a question in the exams, that if anyone have a fever, what they will write, they give an answer of paracetamol. So
Right.
why after getting certain kind of degree, they write particular brand, some of them?
Brands.
So that is completely wrong, because now many doctors or all the pharmacists are supporting generic medicines, because they also want that consumer or the senior citizen should the hard on money on the products. So that kind of awareness we are making, and this is a for an recent example also, for to know of all of us, hydroxychloroquine. So hydroxychloroquine, each and every developed country from US, Europe, Latin America, each and every developed country have demanded from India. So hydroxychloroquine is not a brand name. We all have to understand it's a generic name. So
Generic.
why all the developed country have demanded hydroxychloroquine from India? Because every other developed country knows India have that productivity and capacity to manufacture generic medicines. So that is the real productivity of our country, India. So India is one of the biggest giant of generic medicines, but our Indian people also should get the benefit of the same.
Exactly. So even we call that, we even know that India is generic manufacturing hub, and even having this fact, even still we are not that much aware like how we need to be. So my next question to you, Arjun, would be, what is then a difference between, or how your model is completely different from the existing retail pharmacy stores? What is the exact difference?
So basically, Generic Aadhaar is solving a retailer's problem. So or other big medical malls, they are doing a business for themselves. Because when they put a medical mall, they are closing 10 stores around the region, around the locality, because they are putting a heavy investment on a marketing for the local area and all that stuff. So they are closing down the surrounding retailers who are there from a decade, a small medical stores. So we are not putting our own medical store from the day one. We have not put a single medical store of our own. We have supported the small retailers. So I always say, generic, as Arjun Deshpande, we are not. I am not only creating jobs, but we are also creating entrepreneurs. So when I say we are creating entrepreneurs, we are giving an opportunity to who are already existing medical stores, or who want to start their own medical stores. So number of B Farm, M Farm, or D-Pharm students, after completing their degree, they approach Generic Aadhaar that I want to start my own medical store. Please give us a back support of Generic Aadhaar brand. So that kind of value addition now, because of COVID, many different businessmen from different industries like real estate, hotel industry, different industries are approaching Generic Aadhaar and taking up a brand franchise. So in just COVID-19 pandemic, from 4 cities, we have expanded in 130 plus cities. So
Wow.
that is the thing, because I believe that in COVID-19 pandemic, as a pharma industry, we are a frontline worker and we have to serve the nation. So that
Exactly.
kind of value addition we are giving to the end consumer, and we are going ahead because we are not putting our big medical malls. So that is the main difference with between us and them. We are directly competing with MNC companies. We want that MNC companies should reduce the rate of the product and give affordable medicines to our Indian people.
Exactly. Perfect. Now this is something which is uh, for any startup. The idea is to, you know, these startups, they go on creating jobs, but through Generic Aadhaar, you are not only creating jobs, you are creating entrepreneurs, and these entrepreneurs, they are again creating
Creating
jobs.
jobs, correct.
Right. So this is something you are coming with a great business model. So I want to understand more on what is your exact business model on this.
So basically, Generic Aadhaar directly source the products, generic high quality products from the manufacturers. Okay, so from WHO GMP manufacturing facility, from the same manufacturing facilities where the MNC company also get the
Get
contract
the sample.
manufacturing done. So we also take the products from the same manufacturing facility. It comes directly to our central warehouse, and from that we directly route to our franchises. So we have cut down all the middle marketing cost, high promotion cost. We have cut down all the middleman cost, like unnecessary middleman cost. We have cut down that. So and high profit margins. So we are giving high profit margins only to the retailers, because retailers are one who can sustain and expand our Indian economy. Because
Right.
today MNC companies are giving on branded products only 5 to 10% profit margin to the retailer, and due to the heavy competition, the retailer also want to give, because they are competing with the big medical malls. They have to give around 5% or 10% profit margin in their hand. No thing is remaining as compared to profit margin is concerned. So Generic Aadhaar is giving 40% profit margin to the retailer to sustain in the market. So that kind of value addition we are giving to the retailers. So it is an we can Generic Aadhaar is an B2B2C venture, and we have created an ecosystem in the pharma industry, an innovative revolution for the betterment of every Indian. So that is the typical business model, from manufacturer to the end consumer directly. So that
Right.
kind of thing we are making on.
Right. Perfect. Now, many of the students or many of the youngsters, be it they are engineers or management or even pharmacy students, they always think that in order to start a startup, I need to innovate something. Maybe I need to innovate a product, or I need to innovate a process. So always their minds are, you know, they are already fill up with, I need to have something, a rocket science to, you know, innovate something. But here is the thing in a startup, even not only you can innovate product or process, even you can innovate a business model. So this is where even you have innovated this business model and came through or launched your Generic Aadhaar in the market. Right now, I want to understand one more thing. This is all at retailers end, this is all at manufacturers end, but talking about customers end, what kind of efforts you take, what kind of efforts your entire team is taking to aware people about, yes, generic and branded, they are one and the same, the efficacy is same, right, the action is same. How you guys you promote generic medicines at customers end?
Sure. So one of the thing we at Generic Aadhaar, we are giving up to 80% discounted price as compared to branded counterparts to the end consumer. Okay. So whenever we, from my day one, we are organizing health camps for senior citizens, awareness camps for the senior citizens. We are giving many tests when on 26 Jan and 15th August to senior citizens through our outlets for free of cost, like kidney, many high tests. So that kind of awareness we are creating at the to the end consumer. So on the daily situation or the daily scenario, 80% of the people or 90% of the people upfrontly, when we give any franchisee of generic Aadhaar to anyone, any retailer, 90% of the customer upfrontly come to us nowadays for generic medicine, generic Aadhaar products only, due to the high awareness of generic medicines. But the remaining 10% who do not have the awareness about generic medicines, we have our pharmacists, a pharmacist in each and every medical store. Okay, he have that right and he have that capacity to aware the end consumer about generic medicine. So our pharmacist explains that there is no difference between branded generic branded medicine and generic medicines. All the compositions, the molecules inside the medicines are same, but the branded medicine you have to take for around 200 rupees, but the same product at generic other you have to take for around 50 rupees or 60 rupees. So that awareness at our store level, our pharmacist is creating on. So that kind of because pharmacist is the second doctor, we can say. So pharmacists have the right and proper knowledge to aware the end consumer about the same. And we say that when you take any generic medicines, you should go and consult your doctor before consuming. Why? Because nowadays doctor also say generic medicines are same what branded are there. Doctor also want that our customer or the patient should save the money on the medicines. So that kind of awareness we are creating on the store level through our pharmacist, our retail store owners level. So that kind of thing we are going ahead.
Yes, thank you. Now, next question, which everyone of us wants to know, how you got connected to Ratan Tata sir. Tell us the entire story, how you came in contact with Ratan Tata sir, how you impressed Ratan Tata sir, and how about this particular collaboration, and what kind of values or what kind of learnings you have received from Ratan Tata sir.
Sure. So as I mentioned, from my initial time, from the starting of the venture, I organized many health camps, social camps for the patients, senior citizens. So from the day when my main motto or my main vision was to create awareness about generic medicines to the masses. So that was a time when I was creating awareness from different platforms like social media posts or TV channel interviews or TEDx platform. So this all reached to Honorable Ratan Tata sir, because as we all know, Ratan Tata sir want that our Indian youth should do something innovative for our country, India. And Ratan Tata sir himself is a really very kind-hearted man, a golden-hearted man. So he always want that Indian youth should come in front, do something good. So that was a time then when he saw all kind of my work profile, how I am convincing the end consumer about affordable medicines at high quality. So that he was very impressed with that idea. So one day he just gave me a call that you just come to meet me. I wanted to listen about this venture in detail. So that was the first time when I have a discussion with him. I was really very surprised that a huge industrialist have this kind of eyes on our Indian youth, that what is my Indian youth is doing. So that was the time I feel that as a youngster, that we are fortunate that we are in our country, India, a real diamond is present as Ratan Tata sir. So he have a watch on our Indian youth, that what they are doing, how they are doing, and he is coming in forward to help them. So my first meeting was organized with Ratan Tata sir. So when I explained him about this venture in detail, how we are creating an innovative revolution in the pharma industry for betterment of every Indian, he told me this can be really very impactful venture for 132 crore of Indian population. And that was first in my first meeting, I was really very nervous. But when he told me this can be really very impactful venture for 132 crore population, so that strike me that today we are getting the responsibility for 132 crore population. So we have to work more hard with more responsibilities to reach out to the masses. So that was first of my meeting, and he's told me that definitely I would like to join hands with you with NGO Venture Generic Adhar. So from that, the day was 7th May 2020, when we announced of Ratan Tata sir join hands with me in our Venture Generic Adhar. And from them, with his blessings and his mentorship on daily basis, on monthly basis, so we are scaling up on a new heights for the people.
Wow, perfect, perfect. So probably almost 1 year back, you had all these things, and this is something like when dreams come true, when you meet such kind of people, when you meet such kind of idols or leaders, which has changed the entire scenario of the industry, has the changed entire scenario of the entrepreneurship culture in our country, and even we look forward that you may interact with such kind of leaders, such kind of entrepreneurs, not just in India but at global front as well. Now my next question to you is, talking about Generic Aadhaar, what are your plans to expand this Generic Aadhaar stores, expand these franchises to other locations of our country?
Sure. So today, Generic Aadhaar is not only focusing on urban cities, but our main focus is on the three-tier cities, the rural part of our country, India. Because I personally feel the real India starts 40 kilometers away from the urban cities, and that is a real need we have to solve on. Okay.
Right.
So Generic Aadhaar from many parts in Maharashtra in three-tier cities, many parts in Karnataka, in Hubli, in Bhubaneswar, in Rahulkela, Sundargarh, in Andhra Pradesh, in Guntur. In many parts, we are scaling up. So in north side, in Haridwar, or different parts. So that is the real need in three-tier cities we have to solve on, and we are focusing on that because the real India is over there, and the people, when I travel to three-tier cities, the senior citizens, the pension holders are over there just to take the medicines and to give the blessings to us. So that kind of responsibility and the value addition we see in the rural part. So today we are at 130 cities, and we have to scale up in next 1 year's time in 300 plus cities. We have taken a target in each city we will be having minimum 100 franchises. Likewise, in next 2 years of time we will be having 30,000 plus retailers connected with Generic Aadhaar. So that kind of value addition we are making on, and we are increasing our, as over here we can see Generic Aadhaar product ranges. So all these products we are not putting any brand name, only generic name and below Generic Aadhaar logo for the trust value of the end consumer. So all the medicines in asthma or diabetic, hypertension, gastro, all this product range we are getting available for the end consumer under one roof of Generic Aadhaar. So that is an innovative thing what we are doing on, and we will scale this to 300 cities in coming months.
Right, right, right. Now, my next question to you is, it happens that most of our youngsters now, due to social media and due to social conditioning, they probably follow some of the good things, some of the bad things, but this is really appreciable for you when you look that many of the youngsters, they are following you as an idol. So what is then immediate reaction on this when you know that on maybe on Instagram, maybe on LinkedIn or on social media, people are following you, they are getting influence, they are getting inspiration from you. So what is your immediate reaction to this?
Sure. So I believe social media plays very important role at a positive side. Every youngster should use social media at a positive side, because I would give you a recent example. 2 days back, we launched an initiative by people for people from on social media. Over that, number of youth have given a huge, tremendous response for that initiative. That initiative is by the people for the people. We have created that initiative on my website, Arjun Deshpande, covidresources.com. That initiative only is for the people who are not getting the right resource. And if anyone have the COVID in his or her family, they are not getting the right resource like oxygen cylinders, ICU bed, or any kind of medicine like remdesivir or something like that. Now many of my youth who are connecting with me on a daily basis, they are instantly on daily basis, they are connecting over here or here to help the COVID-19 families to get the resources or the sources at the right time. So I thought we should have a platform to help the people to get connected with the right person at right time. So we launched that initiative on social media, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. And till 2 days, we have saved around 15 people life alive, or we can say we have provided them a right resource at right time. So likewise, we have serve around 5,000 plus people, and we have got response on our website in just 2 days around 50,000 plus. But from this all kind of thing, the real need we have solved around 15 people's life. So that is the biggest achievement we can say, because one life also matters. So our
Yes, yes.
Indian youth have on from the social media, if you do such kind of thing, if you do such kind of initiatives, number of people can get the benefit. So I believe that so on social media, youth is really connecting with me, and I am giving them one of the good things to explore themselves. So that kind of value addition, social media in our life contributes.
That is much appreciable work, and even I have seen this video on your LinkedIn profile. So just a request, that video is of 1 minute 47 seconds, and if we could play this video here, so maybe people will understand what is everything about your initiative. So I'll just play this video from your LinkedIn profile so that people will understand about this entire initiative. Just a moment.
पांडे जेनरिक आधार का फाउंडर। आज पूरे इंडिया में कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक की वजह से जिनको कोरोना पेशेंट है, उनके फैमिली को इतनी इजीली रिसोर्स जो है, ऑक्सीजन है, प्लाज्मा है, मेडिसिन है, रेमडेसिविर है, हाई एंड इंजेक्शन से उनके रिसोर्स अवेलेबल नहीं हो रहे हैं। यहाँ वहाँ से नंबर अवेलेबल करते हैं तो वो नंबर अवेलेबल नहीं होते हैं, तो उनको राइट रिसोर्स एट राइट टाइम नहीं मिलते हैं। उसकी वजह से बहुत लोगों को प्रॉब्लम फेस हो रहा है। ये सब देखते हुए हमारे जेनेरिक आधार में भी बहुत दिनों से बहुत कॉल आते हैं ऑक्सीजन अवेलेबल करवाने के लिए, मेडिसिन अवेलेबल करवाने के लिए, बेड्स अवेलेबल करवाने के लिए। तो ये सब देखते हुए हम लोग से जितना होता है तो हम लोग कर ही रहे हैं। आज हम लोग ने एक इनिशिएटिव मैंने सोची कि बाय पीपल फॉर पीपल, आज जो एक इनिशिएटिव का हम लोग ने लॉन्च किया है, यहाँ पर एक प्लेटफॉर्म हम लोग दे रहे हैं जहाँ पर एक सोशल कॉज के हिसाब से हर एक इंडिविजुअल जिनको ये कॉन्टैक्ट से बेनिफिट हुआ है, रिसोर्स से बेनिफिट हुआ है, वो रिसोर्स को, लीड्स को, जिनसे प्लाज्मा, ऑक्सीजन, वेंटिलेटर्स और बेड्स अवेलेबल हो सकते हैं, वो लीड्स को वहां पर डाले, और जिनको जरूरत है वो वेरीफाइड लीड्स के साथ में कांटेक्ट करके इमीडिएट आपको वो अवेलेबल करवाने का हम लोग ये प्लेटफॉर्म के जरिए काम करेंगे। तो आज जो यूथ है, मैं देखता हूँ कि यूथ बहुत आगे आ रहा है, क्योंकि यूथ इज अ चेंज मेकर। तो आज यूथ आगे आके लोगों को बहुत हेल्प कर रहा है। मुंबई में बैठा हुआ यूथ जो है वो दिल्ली में, गुड़गांव में, जम्मू में बेड अवेलेबल करवा के दे रहा है कॉन्टैक्ट से, फोन के द्वारा। तो आज जो नेटवर्किंग है वो करवा के हमको हर रिसोर्स से अवेलेबल करवा के देना है। तो ये जो हम लोग ने वेबसाइट के द्वारा चालू किया है, इससे जो भी वॉलंटियर्स यहाँ से जुड़ना चाहते हैं, लोगों को हेल्प करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म देने का मैंने यहाँ पर काम किया है। मैं आशा करता हूँ इससे बहुत लोगों को फायदा होगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दिस।
This is completely kind of creative thinking, where you aggregate people of when we have this like-minded people, and we need to network them to accomplish a single mission. And even recently you have even distributed some of the essential medicines for COVID-19 absolutely free of cost. So tell me something about that as well.
Sure. So around 3 weeks back, when there was a high scarcity of the high-end injection of remdesivir, so that time we were having some kind of stock from the manufacturers of remdesivir before having the GR of the government that all the things will be under the government supply. Before that, we were having some kind of stock. We absolutely distributed that stock for free of cost to the end consumer or the patient's family, because when I saw some of the people are doing the black marketing for this essential product, I feel COVID-19 pandemic is not on certain kind of families, but it is on every individual. So in this time, today, if they are doing a black marketing, tomorrow, who knows if their family can suffer or himself can suffer. So this is not a time to earn money. This is a time to serve the nation. So I believe in this time, no one should earn profits. Definitely profit matters, but we have a life to earn profits. But if in this time, if you do certain kind of, if you contribute 1% of the same for the society by distributing free foods for the COVID-19 family, or any kind of certain distribution of the medicines, what you can. So from that thing, I given a message to masses that black marketing in this time should not be done. And from my end, whatever can be done, I can do that. After that, we distributed many COVID-19 kits to policemen, like hand gloves, masks, calcium vitamin tablets. All this we have given to Maharashtra police for free. And today is Maharashtra day also, so today also we are doing going to do certain kind of activities for our policemen, for our doctors. So that kind of initiative, our youth should come in front. And I am happy to say that in just two days of time, 1,000+ youth from across India are becoming our volunteers on the platform and serving the end consumers. So that kind
Wow.
of youth productivity is there. And I believe next decade is our Indian youth. So youth can be a change maker, and they are becoming the same. So that kind of thing, I am really happy for the over here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We sincerely appreciate all your efforts. We sincerely appreciate all your initiatives. Even you have shared, you have distributed first aid kits to Maharashtra Police, and the kind of efforts which your entire team is taking for this COVID-19 pandemic, and the kind of appeal which you are making through social media and everything. That is, it is creating a change. And even today's youngsters, they need to have all these kind of things to be activated on ground. So considering ground reality, considering all these challenges, what you feel for today's pharma graduate, for today's pharma student who will be graduating within a year or two, what could be the best opportunity for him, considering post covid or post covid opportunities?
I think pharma industry is to serve in COVID-19 pandemic only, because if we wait for post-COVID things, that time will change. But definitely we have to, what things we have in hand today, we have to initiate the things from now. Okay. So if pharmacists or any youngsters have this kind of passion to do something innovative, generic medicine field is really coming decade, because now FDA rule have also come that every doctor or every pharma company have to only prescribe generic name only, not a brand name. Now in next 6 to 8 months of time, BJP government is going to bring a GR wherein every MNC company have is only to print generic name, not any brand name
Brand name.
specifically. Okay. So next decade or future is about generic medicine, generic industry. So definitely they have to do something innovative, or they have to create awareness. Pharmacists have is one of the pillar to create awareness to the masses. So they have to work on the same platform to make awareness to the masses, and they have to reach out to our Indian population. And definitely from Generic Aadhaar, from my end, I will definitely try. Number of pharmacists are connecting with Generic Aadhaar for franchisee from different locations. So I will be happy to give them a business opportunity, franchisee opportunity in his or her city as an emerging pharmacist. So definitely I will support them as well.
Great, 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 great. So one final question from our end is, today our majority of the audience, they are youngsters, and at the end of this session, at the end of your startup talk, I want to know what would be the suggestions, what would be the uh, action plan which you will suggest to all our youngsters, so that they can get clarity for their career, so that they can clarity for contributing to the nation in a right way, where they can choose entrepreneurship as their culture. Arjun.
Sure. So basically, at entrepreneurship, I always listen from whoever want to start a new startup. They always discuss with them in the friend circle that चल कुछ तो नया start करते हैं. Okay, but when we say नया कुछ तो start करते हैं, we should have the clear vision behind it. What you are solving on? Entrepreneurship is all about entrepreneurship is all about the gap to fix between the problem and the solution. So I believe if you have the right problem at right time, you can definitely change the entire industry for the positive way. So that kind of thing I would like to say. And the second most important thing, when you start any kind of startup, when you start, that is one of the important part, and to execute that on ground is second important part. So at Generic Aadhaar also, for me also, we start the venture, but after that execution is most important than starting a venture. So if we do not scale up, or we do not give the right solution to right problem at the ground level, definitely things can change. So we should see on our ground presence how many people are getting the benefit of the same, what is the situation at the for the end consumer. So that kind of thing I believe on, and I believe on after execution, always youngsters should think that we should be a job creator, not a job seeker. Because to
Right.
India by 2024 a 5 trillion economy, or by 2029 a 10 trillion economy, our Indian youth is going to play a very important role in that. So I believe that our Indian youth should think that we should be a job creator, not a job seeker, and we should create number of jobs that can help a number of peoples after COVID-19 pandemic as well. So that kind of value addition our Indian youth should bring over on table.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arjun Deshpande, for taking time out on Maharashtra Day. Having said that, all our activities are there, all your initiatives are there, waiting for you. Whatever things you have in your mind to activate them on this day, and taking time for this particular session. Having said that, whatever things or whatever inputs you have given to all our audience, all the youngsters, they will definitely create a value, they will definitely create a change, and we will see definitely more number of Arjun, more number of such generic Aadhars in upcoming times to come, more number of entrepreneurs, those who will contribute in creating jobs. So thank you so much for your time, thank you so much for your presence, thank you so much for all your sharing about your own experience and how you started your generic Aadhar. We truly appreciate your presence. We truly appreciate your startup talk on this 1st of May Maharashtra Day. So with this, I take this opportunity to thank all our institute partners, and on behalf of the institutions, on behalf of our organizers, on behalf of all our institute partners, and of course, on behalf of all the participants, all the students, we would like to thank you. We would like to sincerely appreciate this startup talk by Arjun Deshpande. So once again, I'm thankful to our organizers, our institute partners, Shivaji University Kolhapur, Lead College Scheme, Bharati Vidyapit College of Pharmacy Kolhapur, Chhattisgarh Society for Pharmaceutical Sciences, Adi Chanchanagiri University, Bangalore, Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Scale Businesses, Mumbai, Sri Aurobindo Institute of Pharmacy, IIC SAIL, Indore, and last, Chalapati Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Enrich Startup Center, Andhra Pradesh. Thank you to all the audience for your presence, and we look forward for similar kind of entrepreneurial talk in upcoming times to come. So visit our website as well, www.opexindia.com, to know all our services which are related with startups and entrepreneurship. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And from you, and also it is a really great initiative from OPEX India. What initiative you are on a mission to inspire the youth. That is a really great. So I also congratulate you for the upcoming sessions. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sachin.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes.
nice initiative. Good.
Sir, your voice is hello. Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, it is audible, but not clear, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Arjun Deshpande. Really
Thank you,
inspiring talk. To
Yes.
youth. Hmm? Right time.
Thank you very much.
Session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin.
Yeah,
Take
thank you,
it up.
sir.